Right, lads, Peter here, just jumping in at the start to say we did have a few technical difficulties in the recording of this episode, so please do bear that in mind. Hopefully, do get them ironed out after Christmas with the next episode, but yeah, hope you guys do enjoy. Right, lads, and welcome to Everything Pats, your one stop shop for everything St. Patrick's Athletic. I am, of course, Everything League of Ireland, joined once again by, of course, Andrew Lanigan.
How we doing, lads? Thanks everyone for tuning into episode two. You obviously most likely did tune into episode one, so it is much appreciated. We're basically going to be discussing the new jersey that came out, the fixtures, because there's a lot of exciting ones in there, new signings, contract rumors, and yeah.
Well, starting off, of course, on the jersey, I know you're probably a much bigger fan of it than I am, to be honest.
Oh, big time, big time. I love the gold, and I actually am a fan of the neck. To be fair, I know a few people don't like the neck. In my opinion, it is really nice. The only thing I am at the fan of is the bleeding gold stripes on the top. The lines. I've seen someone on Twitter post. It looks cheap, but I love the white going down the sides. It reminds me of that kind of St. Pat's Ajax kind of kit, if you get me. I think Umbro did a decent job on the training range now. Oh my word, that horrendous. Hopefully it's the last year with them anyway. Bleeding Belgium, the red and black one, obviously I think a good few people, most of you probably have seen it. And then the white one with all the bleeding ink dotted all over it. But
Looks like something made by Anatoly Fitness. That's what I thought anyway when I first saw it. It's not a nice looking training kit at all. No, but yeah, like for myself, obviously the fact it's a V-neck, I just don't like V-necks on jerseys.
yeah, I disagree. I think the V-neck I think the collar this year is so much nicer than last year. Like last year just weird. Like, don't know. I think it suits us so much better. The yellow kind of gold. Unreal in my opinion.
Yeah, look, I think Umbro have made some decent jerseys for us, but I'm not going to be a massive fan of this one personally. Anyway, I know you had some struggles picking yours up.
Oh, don't get me started, man. Literally sold out after half an hour. Man, I was in college. In college, man. Look up. They wrote half an hour. Great. Going to order it. Sold out. I was like,
Did not get yourself down for a
man,
pre-order now?
I no, unfortunately not. But it is what it is. Hopefully they be in this side of Christmas. If not, it's not the end of the world. Get them after Christmas. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like Umbro, they're just so poor. Like in terms of like fulfilling stock as well. Like I don't think they thought the demand would be as high as it was, Umbro, and probably stocked patch to affect all of them. Like to be fair, like I think this should hopefully be the last year of Umbro. Hopefully get O'Neill's or something in next year. Even New Balance will take. Like
I mean, it seems like half the league's moving towards O'Neill's. I think it was just Bowes. Was it Bowes? I think it's Bowes and Galway last year. And now Derry have signed on. Shells have signed on to O'Neill's. So it seems a lot of people are going in that direction. And I don't really particularly blame them because pretty much all four of them jerseys are nice jerseys this year.
yeah, I do think I've seen some of the training gear, like Shell's gear. It's kind of like gag gear, if you get me. I hope it doesn't keep going like that. So, for example, I don't think Patch will go down not Umbro, the O'Neill's route next year. But if we were, I wouldn't be a particular fan of it being so similar to O'Neill does for the GA. But maybe that's just me being a bit picky. But
Anyway, moving on. Of course, the fixtures list was released at the time of recording yesterday. We were meant to record this on Friday, but the way things fell, we ended up recording on a Saturday. But the full list of fixtures is out. Of course, the first game Pats are going to be playing this season is going to be Galway away, followed by Bows at home, which will be that'll be an interesting game. Let's say 90 minutes of chanting about beating them in two cup finals.
oh, big time, big time. It's going to be. Let's just talk about that first game first. Galway away. I think it's the dream away game to kick off the season for anyone. It is a banker to be on RT too. Hopefully, there will be a big problem. Capacity of about 450 in the away end. How is that going to work? The demand is going to be crazy. I would be a fan of if they implemented like a membership kind of thing for away fans or season ticket holders with the way like because the demand has grown even higher this year. Like you see up the season tickets 2,500 I think or something or so now, incredible. But you have them people, more people looking to go to aways this season than say last season or the season before. So I don't think it's kind of fair. Say somebody went to the game last season and then people who are jumping on it this year going to away games. But listen, it's a look at a draw. Like, but it is what it is. I'm not fussed really. hopefully just get sorted for that. And then I think it will be a very tough game. Galway will get that kind of new division bounce, and then Bows will be looking for revenge, like, won't they? But I do think we'll absolutely thump Bows big time. Galway, I'm not so sure, but Bows, yeah, I can see us
On
absolutely
that
walking the
way,
park with them.
I don't know if it is. I know it was 450 last year for Bows in the cup. Now I don't know. I've heard some people saying it might be 600. If it's a league game, I'm not exactly sure what it obviously it depends what Galway give us. I think aim at DC Park's capacity of 5,000. So in that regard, surely they have to give us 500. But again, like that game's gonna set out. A lot of people are gonna want to go to Galway. I think last time
Oh,
Galway were up, I want to say it was 2017, something like that.
yeah, it
So
was
it's
2017. Yeah, last time we played them in the league. Yeah,
yeah, so like a lot of newer Pats fans wouldn't have been to Galway. I know myself, I've never been to Galway, so I'll definitely be looking to get down there for that game. And then in terms of like the next, we Waterford as well. Well, we have Derry first, and then Waterford. Two one games on a Friday, one games on a Monday, which is a bit awkward. And look
it's a
through like
killer.
the
That, yeah.
fixtures. There's a few Thursday fixtures. I've seen a few people complain about them. I'm not exactly sure. Like I know why they've done it. Obviously, the whole thing of the Euros is going to be on during the summer, so they're going to want to be like obviously people to not be distracted by that in that regard. But like putting a game on a Thursday, especially an away game, it's a bit awkward.
Big time, big time. Like, it's not very fair. Like, I see Waterford, we've Waterford away on a Monday and Waterford away on a Thursday. A good few Pats fans, like as you said, there'll be a lot of newer Pats fans that I'd love to get down to the RC and see. It's actually a nice kind, to be fair to them. And then I think we've Derry away on a Monday as well. So the computer or whatever it was wasn't kind to us in that regards, like kind of screwed us over. But listen, it's still look at a draw, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and then of course mid March, of course the big old game against the little old shells. That is of course the game I always look forward to every single
Shells
season.
at
And
home.
then well, more so I'd rather shells away to be honest. I find shells
Yeah.
way more crack, but playing shells in general, and then Rovers obviously as well is the 5th of April, the Friday as well. So that's another game you'd be looking at and saying if we are going to be pushing, that's something you want. That's a game you want to be winning realistically, obviously.
100%,
But
yeah. On that Shells game, Shells have strengthened a lot, to be fair to them. And yeah, they have strength like, in all departments. In fairness, stuff is recruited well, but I do think it'll be a fantastic season for them to go from fourth to fourth or fourth to fifth, fourth to sixth, drop down the table, whatever, because it's their level, mid-table club. I don't think they'll be able to compete the likes of Pats and Rovers next season, but
do you think Derry will be up there?
I
That's
do
the
think
real
Derry
question.
will. Yeah, I do. I do think Derry will. I can't see Higgins lasting it though, but I can see them. They'll be up and around the top three the whole season, I'd say, yeah, 100%. Definitely, like, they haven't recruited well so far, though, really, have they?
Yeah, well, two of the players they've sold to us already. Like Brandon Kavanagh would have been one of the more key players, and obviously Ian Kavanagh more of a squad player. But like if they've offloaded two of them to us, obviously they have signed the likes of like Daniel Kelly's come in. But yeah, I
Yeah,
think they seem to be. I don't know if they're holding out maybe for the European transfer window, get a few.
yeah. In fairness, they tied down Diallo. I think Diallo's a very good player. I think they got him on a 2-year deal, signed him down. So they're tying up players in that regard, but they haven't really entered the transfer market as of yet. Obviously, Hume was linked to them, but it looks like he's staying at Dundalk now. It's a mad one, but listen, it is what it is. I think it will be Pats for Oversterry top three again next year.
Well, speaking of new signings, anyway, Pats have brought in two players ourselves. We brought in, of course, Aaron Bolger has come from Cork City, and we signed Connor Keeley from Drogheda United. Two signings. Starting off with Aaron Bolger, I know your opinions on him are kind of mixed almost.
Yeah, listen. At first, I was like, "Oh, what's this?" Which kind of came out of the blue. I know we were linked with him in the summer, and a lot of people thought it was going to get over the line. I think it was him and Matt Healy we were linked to, but it looks like he'll come in as a backup to Jamie Lennon. He seems to play that kind of role. But from what I've heard from Cork fans didn't really like him last season. Thought he was more of a negative player. But I think under John Daly, with the likes of Forrester, Levy, and Lennon beside him in midfield, like in training and all, he'll adapt to that really well. And as a holding midfielder, breaking up the play stuff, he's back up to Jamie Lennon, has experience in the league. So as I look at it in the long term, it kind of is a no-brainer, to be fair. Don't mind a player that isn't foregone with the likes of Forrester, Levy, even Kavanagh midfield to do that. Like, but I think he will be a solid backup to Jamie Lennon, especially the experience in the league. And the likes of Connor Keely, delighted to sign him. Absolutely man mountain of a man.
Yeah,
Incredible season
definitely
for Drogheda last season. 6 foot
one of
five.
Jordan's more
Anytime I
important
watched him,
players.
definitely Drogheda fans were good to lose him. And if he's anything like the last centre half we signed from Drogheda, my God, we are in for a very good treat.
Do you think we'll concede many goals this season with the two of them at the back?
I don't know. I don't think we will. We've Gravosty, Redmond, and Keeley tied down for next season already. It's incredible. It's some depth you have as a bleeding for centre halves. Like I think, as far as I'm aware, Norman's gone. I'm gone, unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully we bring another centre half and then four centre halves for next season. Should do us nicely.
On Aaron Bolger though, like I've heard of a few Cork fans being like saying he was one of their better players last year in terms of attitude. Like he did actually play for the badge. That's
Yeah,
what I've heard a lot of Cork players actually or Cork fans sorry saying that like not so much
yeah.
they're like sad to see him go, but like they were saying we was one of their maybe not better players, but definitely one of their better workers on the pitch last season.
Exactly. It's what you need though, like as well. Like Daly could be looking at it from that aspect. He's kind of a leader, like he'll work his socks off or whatever in the middle of the park. Like players like that win your league titles over maybe a team full of one or two kind of give the players if you get me. But listen, Daly knows more than I do anyway, so let him at it. Let him keep going.
And then in terms
Yeah.
of transfer rumors, obviously there's rumors that Forrest is gonna get a contract extension, which more than likely will happen. Like I can't really see Gate leaving the club at all.
No, incredible player, incredible, an absolute joy to watch every week, week in, week out, and he's going to be huge again next season. I think, like, forbid we ever did lose him, he like the spine of the team would be gone. Like, it'd be mad not to see him like play. If you get him, it'd be so weird not seeing him. He looks happy at Pats as well, like so, an absolute legend of a man.
And then the other transfer rumor, courtesy of Daniel McDonald, is one of the most reliable sources in League of Ireland, is a question of will Darragh Burns get a loan move to Shamrock Rovers from MK Dons?
Now, it's an interesting topic, isn't it? I think. Listen, in fairness, I look at it from this aspect. Darragh Burns could have been waiting for Pats to offer him something, and Daly mightn't have wanted to go there. He mightn't have wanted to sign him at all. And Shamrock Rovers could just be holding out for them. And then, but Bradley will end up turning him into a bleeding right wing back or bleeding centre half. Like, does that with all his players, doesn't he? Listen, I wish him well, apart from when he's playing against Pats, obviously. I hope he doesn't win any trophies, but all the best to him. Like, if he does, in fairness, he's still young, like, so it's nothing to lose, like, on the Rovers. But I would have liked to see Pats put something on the table for him because I loved him when he was at Pats. Like, that bleeding goal against Shells, the goal against Dundalk in the Cup semi final. I was watching Messi in Richmond Park, was that good. But oh, all in all, I'd be good, especially going to Rovers. I do think like it's kicking the teeth of Pats fans, but listen, it's his career. Let him do what he wants. I don't think he should go there, if I'm being honest. But if it's the only League of Ireland offer on the table, I'd say he's probably has a few knocking around there. Even Shells, I'd say if it's the only offer on the table from the League of Ireland back home, go for it. He's nothing to lose, but don't turn up against Pats, please. Thank you very much.
Especially considering it's only gonna be a loan move, like in that regard. That like, look,
Yeah,
I wouldn't really be happy to see him go to Rovers at all, if I'm being genuinely honest. Like, and as I said, hopefully Pats do put something in. Whether or not they have, I'm not exactly sure. But no, look, if he get into that Rovers team, no problem. As you said, what a player when he was with us. Obviously hasn't exactly worked at the best at MK Dons. I know he did have a couple of runs, few cup games with them, and he did score. And I think there's even more to Dawson Devoy as well. He might be getting a loan back here at some point. I think there's kind of questions
yeah.
over the two of them in
I,
that
I
team.
heard I heard I'm not acting like a reading in the know, but doing my research online, it seems Rovers are after him as well, which Bows fans will probably kick up a fuss about as well, considering Fennon's done fuck all over there for them, transfer wise. But Devoy and Burns to Rovers, they seem to be good mates. Like, I do believe in it, but I love Devoy a pass, to be honest. I know we've a good few midfielders now, to be honest, but I really do think Dawson Devoy is a quality player. It doesn't look like he'll leave MK Dons though. I was talking to a few MK Dons fans as well. He seems to be happy enough there. But yeah, I do think Bow should be all over that as well. Like I think Bow's are at the Rob Armall as well, and they thought they were signing Connor Keely, and he turned them down. It's happened again, boys. Listen, down the level, but it is what it is.
Again, you wouldn't exactly complain to have either of them at Pats. Again, you couldn't see I couldn't see the boy coming to us at all, to be honest. As you said, there's plenty of midfielders who are already
No,
signed.
yeah, 100%. But the January transfer window will be very interesting now. The amount of players we signed before January, and Daly does like bleeding and outside the box sign. And I think he was the one who went after Serge because he worked with him at Rangers, like, you know what I mean. So he does have a good eye for transfers as well. And listen, if you compare some of the recruitment we've done so far to the recruitment we've done at Clancy, it's bleeding. It's top notch, top class, up a notch completely, and you love to see it. I'm so excited for next season already. Roll on the bleeding Ulster Celtic away in January, the freezing cold.
UCD away in the Leinster Senior Cup. What I will
Oh,
say about that, obviously, you're saying like Daly's recruitment so far, it is still set to be seen. Whether or not these players will step up. Obviously,
true. Yeah,
kind of
maybe
the
I
likes
am
like
getting ahead of
Levy's
myself.
come
Yeah,
in. Levy's being like obviously a great addition to the team. And look, I do trust Daly in terms of the signings he's making. There's no guarantee that every single one of them obviously is going to have the greatest time of Pats. Some of them might get obviously more game time than others. Some of them might, you could end up getting an injury early on. It really depends, but they don't. A lot of the signings do seem very promising at the moment. Anyway, so it is definitely something to be happy about at the moment if you are a Pats fan. Which I'm assuming if you're listening to this year,
big time,
well,
big time. Yeah,
unless we're getting a
like
few stragglers.
yeah, you see the buzz everywhere, like Twitter, social media, even talking to a few of them in person. There's just a great buzz around the club. I seen today the patrons saying Santa all over Richmond Park. Like it's it's incredible. Like the whole buzz around the club, apart from the training gear. But I'm not going to keep rambling on about that because a lot of people know my opinions on that. But just everything, Richmond Park, bleeding. I think you've news on the possible extension or redevelopment of Richmond Park, don't you? Um,
I wouldn't say news so much. There is like rumors floating around, obviously at the
Word
moment
of
of
mouth, yeah.
what work could be doing to it, but a lot of it's obviously stuff down the road. There's proposals that they might flip the pitch and do some sort of bridge over the Camac, but again, a lot of this is just hearsay at the moment. There's nothing concrete
Yeah, exactly.
at
Just
this
whispers
time,
and all.
so I can come here and say we're gonna build a 15,000 seat stadium doesn't mean it's gonna happen. But look, hopefully we do get, as we said on the last podcast, that we do get a bit of news. And like it leads into the next thing, the demand for season tickets so far. I think we've already outsold our season ticket count for last season, and which is just mental considering it's mid-December. There's still another what 2 months till the season starts. So
Oh,
it is
mate,
just mental to see the demand around the club.
it's class. It's unbelievable. Whether you like it or not, whether you like Pats or not, if you're probably a Rovers or Shells or Bowers fan struggling in, you have to Pats and you say fair play what they're doing at the moment. 2,000, I think 2,500 season tickets sold. It's incredible. It's bleeding get 800 at a home game, bleeding 2016. Like, see that many season tickets sold. Ah, oh, it's incredible. And long may it continue, to be fair. That's why we do need the redevelopment of the stadiums up the capacity, even 7 or 8,000. Four stands, happy days. Although I don't think people in the camp would be happy about that. I think they cherish that spot very much. But listen, that's a debate, a topic for another day. So
A lot of it comes down to basically all the community work the club's done over the years. Like you see it on Twitter that obviously the club's being brought around to different schools and different like football clubs around the area. That obviously getting the younger people engaged with the club and getting turning them into fans over time. So look, I don't think
oh, it's
anybody can
great.
deny Pats has been one of the best clubs for community work in the League of Ireland over the past 10 years in terms of building a good core support.
It's incredible, incredible, man. Like you see it even with the mascots and all stuff they do there, like from yeah, the stuff they do in Inchicore as well, like locally and all, like bring the cup around schools, like you said, like and just it's incredible. It's incredible to see like everyone's like I know a lot of people are just so closely knit because of the football as well, like closely together, and it's fantastic to see like and like the fan base just continues to grow, and a lot of the older fans would say looking at it probably when they went back in the day, like what the hell is going on? Like it's crazy, just the outburst due to probably like COVID as well. People wanted to see live football, appreciating it, a lot more and develop hopefully the continuing development of Irish football. So yeah, long may it continue as I've said.
Right. And that kind of segues on to, of course, my segment I did last week. I don't know whether anybody actually liked it, but it's another time for an interesting fact about St. Patrick's Athletic. Now, of course, Pats have many, famous fans like Brian Kerr and all that. But one of the more interesting Pats fans is Wendell Pierce, who you may know from the show The Wire, who has long since declared himself a die-hard Pats fan since about 2013. There's been many times he's put up on Twitter, he's out there at 3 a.m. watching Pats games. And all I do say is, Wendell, get over to a game, mate. I know you might look at Richmond Park and go, it's no Burnabout, it's no Old Trafford, but I'd love to see him in a game one day.
Oh, imagine you even have the likes of Ariel Hawani and all like getting addicted to it. It's class. The MMA journalist. Oh, it's just incredible. Like, yeah, Wendell Pierce, get yourself over to Richmond Park. It'd actually be crazy to see that fella over in Richmond Park. To be fair.
And we think that's about everything we have for the moment, unless you
Yeah,
have
it
any
sums
closing
up.
thoughts, Andrew.
Yeah, just pre-Christmas podcast. This will probably be the last episode till the new year. So cheers for tuning into episode 2. It is much appreciated. Do, if you don't follow us on our socials yet, everything Patch over on Instagram and Twitter as well will be appreciated. Obviously, the mailbag will be open as well on Twitter for the one in January. If you have any questions, or even feel free to directly message us on Twitter. We have our DMs open as well. But yeah, sound for tuning in, lads. It is much appreciated. But like me, hate me. Like Peter, hate Peter. We appreciate it. So thanks for clicking, listening. Even you listen to 2 minutes of it is much appreciated.
We'll say I do apologize for any technical difficulties in this. We did spend nearly about, I want to say, 2 hours trying to set this podcast up. It didn't go as smoothly as last week. But anyways, everyone, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you in the new year.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Have a good one.